Let's face it, in 2025, walking into your average grocery store is like stepping onto a minefield with a smile on your face and a shopping cart in hand. Prices are skyrocketing, health labels are lying, and behind every so-called convenience is a hidden cost you didn't agree to. You think you're shopping smart, but week after week, you're spending more and getting less. And the worst part? You're not alone. This is happening to millions of people, and most don't even notice. But here's the kicker. The biggest budget traps? They're not hidden in some dusty back aisle. Nope, they're staring you in the face. Bright packaging, trendy names, sitting right there in your cart, week after week. And today, we're blowing the lid off 10 grocery items you should stop buying immediately, and what smart shoppers are doing instead. Trust me, number one is probably sitting in your fridge right now, and once you know what it's actually doing to your wallet and your health, you're gonna rethink every grocery run going forward. Before we dig in, if you're tired of getting played by slick marketing and fake deals, smash that like button and subscribe to Financial Guru. I drop real no-fluff tips every single week to help you spend less and live better. All right, deep breath, because you're about to see your grocery list in a whole new light. Number 10, bottled iced coffee. You're in a rush, craving that caffeine hit, and there it is. A sleek, frosty bottle of cold brew or iced latte calling your name from the fridge section. Feels like a little luxury, right? Wrong. You're shelling out $3 to $6 for what's basically watered-down coffee, pumped with sugar and natural flavors no one can explain. And that cool glass bottle? That's not for your benefit, it's part of the marketing. They're not selling you coffee, they're selling you a lifestyle and charging extra for it. Let's break it down. That $5 bottle probably contains less than 50 cents worth of actual coffee. Most of what you're paying for is branding, packaging, and a clever illusion of sophistication. And the sugar content? Many bottled coffees have more grams of sugar than a can of Coke. So you're not starting your morning with a pick-me-up. You're mainlining sweetened sludge with a side of identity branding. Here's the reality. You can make it better and cheaper at home. Brew a strong batch of cold brew, keep it in a mason jar, and when the craving hits, add a splash of your favorite milk or a dash of cinnamon. That's it. No preservatives, no plastic, no marketing tax. Smart shoppers prep their coffee for the week, store it in glass bottles, and enjoy gourmet-level drinks at home for pennies. Same flavor, more control, way less money. And let's not forget the environmental bonus. That single bottle of iced coffee, it'll be in a landfill for the next 400 years. So you're not just overpaying, you're leaving a plastic trail behind you every time you grab one. So next time you're tempted by that trendy bottle of iced coffee, ask yourself, are you really thirsty? Or just addicted to the label? Number 9, packaged fit and zero label snacks. These snacks practically scream from the shelf. Zero sugar, high protein, keto approved. You feel good tossing them in your cart because the label told you they're good for you. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of these snacks are nothing more than ultra-processed bars packed with sugar alcohols, gums, emulsifiers, and fake sweeteners. They're built in a lab, not grown in a field. And they cost 3 times more than whole food alternatives. Look closer and you'll see it. A protein cookie with 24 ingredients, most of which you can't pronounce. A keto-friendly chip that's mostly air and flavor dust. A cereal bar with more palm oil than protein. These aren't food. They're science experiments. Even worse, some of these snacks have side effects no one talks about. Bloating, headaches, or digestive issues. That's what you get when your nutrition comes from a lab. Frugal and health-conscious shoppers don't get sucked into the zero sugar hype. They grab raw almonds, boiled eggs, fresh fruit, Greek yogurt, real food, real nutrients, no label needed, because if a snack has to convince you it's healthy in giant bold letters, it probably isn't. Don't let clever packaging override common sense. Ditch the diet branding. Eat smart instead. Number 8. Individually wrapped kids' snacks. They seem convenient, pre-packed, colorful, easy to toss into a lunchbox or diaper bag. But here's what you're really buying: a ton of plastic, marketing hype, and a painfully high cost per ounce. Take a look at those cute mini bags of crackers or yogurt-covered raisins. They cost nearly double per serving compared to the full-size version. You're not just paying for the snack, you're paying for 10 layers of convenience and branding. Let's do the math. A family with 2 kids who eat one of these daily? That's over $600 per year, just in snacks. That's not lunch. That's a budget leak dressed up in cartoon wrapping. And let's not forget the environmental price. Each wrapper adds to the pile of waste that ends up in landfills. Multiply that by 5 snack packs a day, 5 days a week, and you're literally paying to pollute. Frugal parents know the game. They buy in bulk, portion out snacks into reusable containers, and skip the guilt-ridden upcharge of cartoon-covered packages. Same food, half the cost, a fraction of the waste. Want to go one step further? Involve your kids. Make snack time a DIY activity. Let them build their own mix. Raisins, pretzels, nuts, whatever fits your style. It saves money and teaches smart habits early. Don't let a smiling mascot drain your budget. Convenience shouldn't come at the cost of your wallet or the planet. Number 7. Pre-cut veggies in plastic containers. They look innocent. A few chopped peppers here, some sliced mushrooms there, packed in nice clear containers, stacked neatly in the produce section. But don't let the neatness fool you. These things are a total rip-off. You're paying double or even triple the price for the convenience of someone doing 90 seconds of chopping for you. And what do you get in return? Vegetables that were cut hours, sometimes days, ago, losing flavor, texture, and nutrients with every passing minute. Here's the thing no one tells you. The second a vegetable is cut, it starts to break down. That perfect-looking zucchini? It'll be slimy in 2 days. That diced onion? Already starting to smell weird. And yet, people keep buying these packs thinking they're saving time. But smart shoppers know better. They grab whole veggies, chop them at home. Fresher, cheaper, and way better tasting. It takes 5 minutes, saves you real money, and gives you control over what ends up in your meals. So next time you're tempted by the pre-cut section, ask yourself, do you really want to pay a premium for something that's already half expired? Number 6. Flavored vitamin water. You're walking through the beverage aisle trying to be healthy. You see a bottle that says Immune Boost, vitamin-packed, antioxidants. It's basically water, right? But with benefits. Wrong. What you're actually buying is overpriced sugar water with a sprinkle of synthetic vitamins tossed in just to justify the price. Some bottles have more sugar than soda, seriously, and the benefits are often negligible or straight-up marketing fluff. You could chug one of these every day thinking you're doing something good for your body, but really, you're just flushing your money and your health goals down the drain. Frugal, health-conscious shoppers skip the hype and make their own. A squeeze of lemon, a splash of real fruit juice, maybe some cucumber or mint if you're feeling fancy. It tastes better, it's cleaner, and it doesn't cost $2.79 a bottle. Let the influencers drink overpriced electrolyte magic water. You've got better things to do with your money, like not waste it. Number 5. Pre-shredded cheese. This one might hurt, because we've all been there. You're in a rush, grabbing groceries, and that bag of shredded cheddar just makes life easier. No mess, no grater, no effort, right? Yeah, but there's a price. And we're not just talking dollars. That pre-shredded cheese, it's coated in anti-caking agents, stuff like cellulose, to keep it from clumping. That's why it never melts quite right. It doesn't stretch, it doesn't bubble, it just kind of sits there. And to top it off, you're paying way more per ounce than you would for a simple block of cheese. So you're getting less flavor, worse texture, and paying more. That's the opposite of value. Savvy shoppers grab the block, grate what they need, and get better results every time. Time saved, maybe a minute. Flavor gained, off the charts. Number 4. Frozen healthy microwave meals. You've seen them. The sleek boxes with names like Power Grain Bowl or Lean Chicken and Quinoa. They're frozen, they're fast, and they look like they belong in a fitness ad. But here's the dirty truth. Most of these so-called healthy meals are tiny, overpriced, and loaded with sodium, preservatives, and mystery oils to make them shelf-stable. And the portion size? Laughable. You're paying $6 for a tray the size of your palm. You'll be hungry again in 30 minutes, guaranteed. What the packaging doesn't tell you is that you could prep the exact same meal and make it actually healthy at home in bulk for a fraction of the price. Smart shoppers batch cook on Sundays. A tray of roasted veggies, some grilled chicken, brown rice. You've got 5 real meals, not frozen disappointments in cardboard sleeves. Microwave meals might feel like a time saver, but they're robbing you blind and feeding you garbage with a pretty label slapped on top. Don't fall for it. Number 3. Trendy breakfasts with added protein. Everywhere you look, it's protein this, protein that. Protein granola, protein pancakes, protein toaster pastries. Yep, they even made Pop-Tarts with protein now. We've reached a point where breakfast foods are no longer about flavor or balance. They're about slapping a number on the front of the box to make you think, oh, this must be good for me. But here's the scam. That extra protein you're paying for? It's usually coming from cheap powders, isolated soy, or processed whey concentrate. It's not real food, it's filler. And often, it's hiding behind loads of sugar, oils, gums, and stabilizers. Let's take a closer look. That high-protein granola bar? It might boast 10 grams of protein, but also 14 grams of sugar, palm oil, and 20% of your daily saturated fat. That protein pancake mix? Packed with additives, preservatives, and enough sodium to rival a frozen dinner. And the price? Ridiculous. You're paying a 40 to 70% markup just because the front of the package says high protein. Smart shoppers don't fall for protein marketing. They get their protein the old-fashioned way, from real food. Eggs, oats with peanut butter, cottage cheese with fruit, Greek yogurt with nuts. Whole ingredients, full nutrition, no gimmicks. You don't need a protein-loaded cereal with a cartoon barbell on the box. You need food that fuels your body without tricking your brain or draining your wallet. Number 2, mini jars of sauces and dips. You're in the fancy food aisle. Everything looks artisanal, small batch, curated, and then you see it, a tiny jar of sun-dried tomato pesto or a miniature tub of truffle aioli. You think, hey, this looks gourmet. But here's the reality. These mini sauces are some of the most overpriced items in the entire store. You're paying $4.99 for 3 tablespoons of sauce. That's over $1 per bite for a condiment. And what's inside? Usually the same base ingredients as the larger, cheaper versions: oil, salt, sugar, and flavorings. The difference? The small jar and the fancy font. That's it. To make things worse, they're often impulse buys. Items you use once, toss in the fridge, and rediscover 2 months later covered in fuzz. Frugal shoppers skip the tiny jars. They either buy full-size versions or make their own. A little mayo, garlic, lemon. You've got aioli, basil, olive oil, nuts, and garlic. Pesto. 10 minutes in your kitchen saves you $10 at the store. And guess what? Your homemade version won't expire in a week. You make what you need, you use what you make, nothing wasted. Number 1, luxury pre-made salads with trendy names. You've seen them. Harvest Quinoa Crunch, Avocado Super Greens Delight. They sound like something you'd find at a health retreat in Malibu. But open the bag and reality sets in. 3 wilted spinach leaves, 1 sad piece of beet, 6 sunflower seeds, and a plastic cup of mystery dressing with enough sugar to be considered a dessert, all for $9.99. These bags are the ultimate illusion, packaged to look fresh and healthy, but inside, you're buying minimal ingredients with maximum markup. And don't be fooled by buzzwords like superfood, ancient grains, or immune boosting. Those are just labels, not guarantees of quality. Want to know a secret? You can make the same salad, fresher, tastier, and with twice the nutrition, for half the cost. All it takes is a head of romaine, some chickpeas, a boiled egg, and a drizzle of olive oil and vinegar. Done. Real food, real nutrients, real savings. Don't pay $10 for a soggy lettuce mix with a catchy name. You're smarter than that, and your taste buds deserve better. So now you know. The real traps in the grocery store aren't hidden behind some obscure shelf or masked by obscure ingredients. They're sitting right in front of you. Products you've seen 1,000 times. Products you've probably bought without thinking twice. But now you see them for what they really are: overpriced, overhyped, and overpackaged. Because let's be honest, most people aren't wasting money because they're careless. They're wasting money because the system is built that way. It's designed to make you pay more for less flavor, less nutrition, less value. And you know what's wild? It works. It works because it's convenient, because it's familiar, because it looks good on a shelf and makes you feel like you made a smart choice, even when you didn't. But once you know the game, you start playing differently. You start noticing the fine print. You flip the box over. You stop assuming expensive means better. You realize that saving money isn't about sacrificing. It's about paying attention. It's about knowing when you're buying food and when you're buying marketing. And that's where real power comes from. Not from clipping coupons or skipping your morning coffee, but from shopping with intention. Because when you stack smart choices week after week, those little wins add up. That's groceries, that's bills, that's hundreds, even thousands of dollars staying with you, not slipping away unnoticed. So let me ask you, how many of these grocery traps have been sneaking into your cart? Have you been paying extra for pre-shredded cheese, bottled iced coffee, or a protein bar with more fillers than actual food? Drop a comment below and tell me which one hit you the hardest. Or, better yet, share your own grocery ripoff that more people need to know about. Let's build a list, the ultimate don't buy list, right here in the comments. The more we share, the more we all save. And if this video opened your eyes, hit that like button. It helps get this message in front of more people who are tired of wasting money on stuff that isn't worth it. And if you want to keep learning how to shop smarter, live better, and make every dollar stretch, subscribe to Financial Guru and turn on notifications. I've got more eye-opening content coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. Thanks for watching, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.